What's up, everybody? How's it going? We are back after a long hiatus. I was out on a vacation, so 7 days later, after 7 days, I'm coming back and trying out some Forza Horizon 6. We're gonna do some drifting. Just gonna be chilling and cruising. Couple of the big drift zones. Probably gonna make a lot of mistakes, and we're gonna see where we go. So let me just make sure everybody can hear me and stuff. Doing my little checks. 6. All right, looks like we're good to go. So chat is up and running. All right, so the Toyota Soarer is what I got to kind of like get back into the groove with. It's a slow drifter, you know. There you go. Keeps us grounded. I don't gotta do crazy maneuvering here with this car. So the Soarer tune, this particular one, keeps the car pretty planted, which I like. Alright, it's real low, real nice, and slow. It's not a fast drifter, okay? So if you're trying to just get a hang of something, you know, a drift zone that you can't kill, I feel like this is the car that I turn to try to just get it a little bit, to make it a little bit easier on me. And I feel like this car does a great job with control. Very slow transitions. The slides are nice and smooth and slow, as you can see. Kind of like the rebound of the nose of the car comes back nice and slow. Alright, and you can turn it quite sideways. Like, I'm struggling right now. I just haven't had practice. I feel like I haven't played this game for a long time now. Took a little break. But I picked this car to kind of get back into it because I remember this was one of the first cars that I came across in the game that I was like, oh man, this is amazing. Alright, so I think I'm going a little bit wide right now on some of these sharper hairpins. Gotta fix my line. Again, I messed up. This time I was a little too early and too cautious, and I didn't trust my instincts there. Yeah, the throttling, the feathering of the throttling is definitely helping. There you go. That was a little bit of a better turn. I still bumped the wall there. Alright. So there you have it. One round done. Going uphill was not too bad after a long time. First trial. What's up, everybody? Say hello. How's it going? Kathleen Santana. What's up? Hello, hello, hello. Alright, so let's see how we do going downhill. This is a tough drift zone, actually. Whew. Having to rely on the e-brake a bit for speed control. Probably losing drift points in the process, but you gotta do what you gotta do. This bend, I just never get right. Like, I can't do it in one smooth kind of drift. I think I transitioned back too early. Yeah, this is a lot smoother. And this is that dangerous little bridge that everybody falls off of. Oh, a little too much, a little too much. Oversteered there. Woo! This thing is scary, this area, man. I can't believe I'm making some of these turns. I gotta be honest. I'm not feeling confident at all in my ability. The car is definitely making it easier. I think this is a nice, easy drift build right here. I don't know how all that is going on. Okay, new personal best. Going downhill. 3 stars finally earned. Okay, not bad. We'll take that. Woo! 343,000 still puts me only in the top 75%. Take that for a good performance. Not all that good, huh? So there's a couple of turns coming down that I just was sloppy around, and I think that's what did it. That's what, you know, I could have gotten more points there. Oh, look at that. The Sylvia's in the house. I've obviously give him a little honk. Thanks, Kathleen. Kathleen, let us know what your favorite car is. And maybe I'll think about what my favorite car is and I'll share that one with you. Let's go ahead and switch out the car. We're going to stay on Hakone and we're going to try to see if we can go up and down the mountain and get a little bit cleaner. You know what I mean? Get a little cleaner here. Let's go ahead and switch out. Go to my favorites. What else am I going to go to? We got the Chaser. I just built a Sylvia that I don't feel too great about, but can try that out. Or we could try a different tune of that Sylvia too. That's always a good option to go to. Lots of cars here to try. The Ferrari is always everybody's pick also. So I want to try some cars that not a lot of people try. The Mustang RTR Spec 5 is a good one. I could try that. Oh, this cop car that I was really enjoying. Let me get into the cop car. It's a little big for this drift zone because of all those hairpins. I think the big car is going to struggle a little bit. But let me see what I can do. You got to challenge yourself, right? What do you guys think? I'm going the wrong way. Maybe I should turn around. Alright, back at it. 3rd gear. Do I need to get into 4th? Yeah, I think 4th is better. Wait, where did my drift zone go? Am I going the wrong way again? Was I originally going? Yes, I was originally going the right way. There's a car here. Should we get this? What is this car? Do I already have it? What do we got here? What is that car? Oh, it's the Audi? I think I should have it. What do we got here? I do own it already, so I'm not gonna buy it again. Never mind. That's kind of annoying when you get a car and you think it's a new car you haven't come across. You get excited for a little bit real quick, and then all of a sudden you're like, ah, already owned. Try next time. Alright, so now I got my police car and I got my taking a shortcut. Cops can do that. I got my police horn and I got my police car. Alright, so this car is definitely tougher than the Soarer I was driving around. Almost fell off on both sides. See, the size of this car is kind of big and I need to get used to it. Alright, let's try. Let's get serious. Pay attention. Pay attention, bro. Pay attention. This is serious matters right here. There you go. Got through that one. Alright, the steering is a little too stiff on this. I'm gonna do a proper review of this car. But yeah, the slide, oh my god, so wide. Yeah, this isn't going well at all, is it? We're gonna cancel this and we're gonna start again. Let me get used to this car a little bit. These hairpins are just a little too tight for this. I think that's why I'm struggling a little with control of the car, but we'll get used to it. Why are these cars just parked here? Yeah, the car's feeling a little stiff. I would like, maybe it's the bump stiffness or the anti-roll. One of them is really making it difficult to steer for me. Oh man, this turn. Maybe a little bit grip might help also, because the car just slips and slides so long. Nah. All right, let's try from the top down, go downhill and see what we can do here. Ooh. Oh gosh. All right, let's go down. Gotta be careful though this time. Yeah, the rear of the car just goes out too much, and I don't know how to fix that. All right, that was a little bit of a better entry. There you go. Kind of have to like force this car into submission a little bit. It's a little wild. Like you gotta wrestle with it a little bit because of that stiffness that I'm feeling in the steering. The force feedback, you really feel it. There you go. There you go. How are we doing here? Ooh. Oh no, oversteered. I'll keep going, I'll keep going, I'll keep going. That was a better run until that turn happened. I tried to do that whole turn in one shot, which is the right way to do it, but I wasn't in the right position, right line to pull that off, and that's why that crash took place. And still came to 337,000 after all those mistakes. That's kind of not bad, I think. I could have done better. I made several mistakes with this car, but was able to correct myself. So I think there's hope here. We can do a lot better. All right, Kathleen. Okay, 100,000 drift score. Very good. McLaren in F86. All right. See ya. See ya. I actually used to have a really nice McLaren drift build in Forza Horizon 5. That was. And I haven't built a McLaren drift build in this game, so I would kind of like to do that. I did build a couple Lamborghini drift builds, which were nice. Maybe we'll try a couple of them here. Oh, I bumped again. Okay, that one was a lot better because I bumped that wall every time. There you go. We need that. Turn it. There you go. Got off the road a little bit, but I was happy with making it past that corner and this one. I always usually hit the wall here too. These two are just really tight corners. And going in a four-door police car sedan, this giant boat, oh my gosh, this giant boat of a car, the rear always just somehow slips off the road onto the sidewalk. The line just has to be super clean with this, otherwise you're just gonna go off these tight roads. I was a little slow there. That didn't work out well. Yeah, I think some tuning tweaks have to happen here with this car. I think the power is good. I mean, a lot is right with this car, but the stiffness is really what's kind of like surprising and harder to get used to. Especially when you make a mistake, you want to be able to steer quick and steer back, and the extra force feedback that you're getting here makes it a little bit more difficult to do that. Oh no. Oh my gosh, see, that's what I mean. All right, let's do a reset. This is gonna be our last run going down. The car's pretty beat up right now. Lots of little dents and bangs and fender benders going on here, so we're gonna have to put it into reset mode from the photo mode. And if you don't know, you just go to photo mode and you do reset cosmetic damage, and it turns your car back to brand new. And yeah, no dings, no scratches, perfect. All right, so let's go back to the real world. Car's looking clean, and we're back at it. Man, this thing is definitely a boat. Look at this thing. There's a lot of e-brake action going on here. Woo! Stay close, don't fall off the bridge. Oh man, oversteered. Dang it. It's such a long zone too, and then you gotta fix yourself. We make one little mistake and it's over. You gotta go all the way back up. Oh my gosh. Let me do a fast travel real quick, because I ain't trying to drive through all these corners, all these hairpins one more time. So how about we just go here, fast travel, and restart. This Integra I should have too. I keep on seeing this Integra. These Integras look so nice. I definitely have this car. Yes, I do. Owned. Fake out again. All right, let's head on back, and then regardless of the outcome of this drift zone, we're gonna go switch to our next car after this. Okay, not great first couple of turns, but not bad either. That was terrible. The speed was just not in my control there. Okay, didn't oversteer this time. Didn't get the car spin out. So that's progress, right? You gotta celebrate what you got. All right, closer to the inside edge this round so I don't fall off the bridge. Okay, that felt pretty good. That was a little sloppy, but at least I'm still on the road. That was a little too tricky, but I made it. Oh man, that was a mistake too, but
You have arrived at your destination.
oh man. Couldn't be 343, but we got through it with limited mistakes, and I'll take that. I think it's time to switch a car out, and then we'll do one more on this drift zone, and then we're gonna switch to you know, initial D track. So we'll go to the drift zone up there, Mount Acuna. All right, let's go see what we got next on deck in terms of cars. Pull up the favorites. What do we got for the favorites? All right, the M2 competition, the M3. Everybody knows the M3. That's a pretty good one too. Let's try the M3. It's looking kind of dope, the skin, this livery. So let's hop into this. All right, it's looking pretty nice. A little camo going on here with gray and black. I think I'm feeling the look here. Okay, let's see what we got. Woo, okay, it's dying to go, this car. Wow. Oh my gosh. So different. So different. This is so much more responsive and speedier than the cop car that I was driving, obviously. Woo! Okay, very responsive, gotta be careful, and very fast. I need quick hands for this one. Oh, see, throttle was too much there. But it's alright, it's alright. We'll get used to it. Every new car has its own quirks, and I kind of like that. It should be like that, right? You shouldn't feel like you're driving the same car the same way, no matter what the car actually looks like, right? So it's kind of nice that each car feels real different. And in this case, this car definitely is night and day in terms of feel compared to that Crown Victoria or Impala, I think, not Crown Victoria, the Impala that I was driving just moments ago. Ooh, yeah, turns very fast too. So the transitions are not as slow as that big car, obviously. This is a lot lighter. Power is available more immediately, so I'm kind of, ooh, yeah, see, oh, went way too high. Got myself stuck there. Holy moly. What spot is this? Why are there stairs here? Who put the stairs there, guys? Who put these stairs here? What's the purpose of these stairs? And now I can't get out of this. I actually, in Forza Horizon 6, I find a lot more spots where my car gets stuck and I can't get out. Sometimes, and I think this is a known glitch that, or a graphics problem that Forza has, where there's no object there, but the car gets stuck as if there's a curb or a step, and the car can't go any further. So, but it's invisible. If there's nothing there, you can't tell why the car isn't moving forward, but there's something invisible like a brick that's there that's stopping the car. So I get that a lot, actually. But in Forza Horizon 5, I don't remember having issues like that. It's kind of weird that they had that going on here. I guess the graphics are a bit more complex here, and I don't know. Alright, let's go downhill. Oh my god, this car is kind of scaring me. I'm used to, like, I started with those two really slow cars, both the Toyota Soarer and the Impala, and now I'm in this, like, super fast accelerating car with very quick wheel response, and the angles that it's getting very quickly, the rear is spinning out and going way far out than I expected to, because I'm just used to the other two cars that I was driving, which were a lot slower. Woo! But this is more of an adrenaline kind of rush kind of a car, which I'm really liking, because it's more fun. Oh, what did I do there? What did I do? See, I'm stuck there now instead of this. Failed. Failed. We'll try the Sylvia next too. What? Oh, because I'm not in a drift zone. I thought I was just going to be able to drive through this car, but I guess not. And that's what you don't get to do if you mess up. Oh, man, the responsiveness of this car is definitely dope, though. Can we finish one zone or this drift zone without crashing one time with this car? That would be real nice. I have done it before, I think. Oh man, goes out so far sometimes. I should have pressed brakes there, but a little bit distracted while talking also. Oh, and these cars everywhere. They're not ghosts. There you go. Oh no, another one. There you go. Okay. Let's try again. Look at that. Okay. We'll keep it in fourth. I think fourth is the right gear to go up and down in. There you go. That was pretty good. Oh, that guy's crashing. So we're not the only ones crashing. I don't feel bad. Okay, not a whole lot of drifting there going on in that last corner. There you go. I had to downshift a little. There you go. Yeah, third gear's working better going uphill. There you go. Okay. Woo-hoo-hoo! There you go. We're staying in lane 2. That's nice. Oh, somebody just crashed again. Oh, man, I messed up my shifting. But we did complete it. Alright, didn't even hit 300,000, but we did complete it. Okay, we did complete it. That's the first step. Alright, we're going to go downhill one more time with this car, and then we're going to switch out. Here we go. Lots of different cars going on in here today. So that's nice. There you go. Yeah, I feel like if I shift between third and fourth regularly, like go fourth on the straights and third on the tight corners, that seems to be working out better for me. But, you know, shifting while drifting is kind of an annoying thing to do. But the acceleration you get on the third gear is definitely better for these turns. So I do like doing that. There you go, like this kind of a turn. You definitely need to be in third gear. Fourth gear would have been too fast and not enough acceleration down low. So
You have arrived at your destination.
all right, cross 300, so that's nice. Look at that. All right, we'll park right here, get the view. We did a pretty good job with this one coming down. Still didn't get to 340, but that's okay. 329, 330 is fine by me for now. All right, what's up, KMEA? What's happening? Let's switch out the cars now. All right, favorites. What's next? Should we try the Sylvia? Oh, let's try the Roadster. Not a lot of people are drifting in little, you know, Roadsters or drop tops. So let's hop into that. That should be fun. There you go. Beautiful car. Have a look. Woo! Wipers are on. What are we, raining now? Oh man, great car. All right, let's see how it drifts though. I do have it in my favorite, so I'm assuming at one point I did good drifting with this car. Ooh. Okay. I'm not so sure. I don't know why I have it in my favorites, because it's kind of not really doing much in third gear. Maybe we don't need third gear. That's fine by me. Sounds good. Slides pretty nice though. Good angles. Yeah, really good angles. Okay, nothing crazy. Ooh. There you go. Alright, nice and slow. A little slippery now. Oh yeah, a little slippery already because of the snow, I think. A little jerky too. I think we need to tune this better. I don't know when I got this car and when I started drifting with it. Probably early on in the game. I haven't drifted in it in a long time. Oh man, I always mess up that turn. Okay, there you go. Donuts happening here. Okay. We did make it. I mean, we didn't make it. Okay, we did make it. Did finish the zone, so that's good. Okay, let's go back. All right, so what is happening here? Let me change the tuning a little bit because I feel like I need that third gear to work a little bit better right now. I don't know if I got this, if I tuned this myself or if I got this. Yeah, it's a setup I got from somewhere else, so I can't really change the tune right now. But let's see if the second gear going down is going to be any good for us. Okay, not bad. Oh, too much turn. Too much turn. Too much turn. We gotta go back. The car is really cool though. I think I need to tune it myself. In fact, why don't we tune it ourselves? Let me go home and we'll come back to this. We'll tune it ourselves. Let's do that, because right now it's a little too weird on the tuning side of things. Do have a lot of mastery points. I guess all those drift zones do kind of pay at the end, so that's nice. Not gonna mess with that right now. I'm just gonna go home and check out our map here. We're gonna be down south. This is a drift zone that I'm doing right now, Kone Nanamagari. All right, we got 340,000. We got the 3 points. Maybe we'll go to Mount, what's our initial D one up here, right? Where's initial D? Right there. All right, Haruna, Mount Haruna we can go to next, but let me first, because this one is just also really long, so you mess up, man, you got to go all the way back up wherever you were coming from. So let me go ahead, go home first, tune this car up a little bit live. All right, let's go ahead and get this wheel spin also while we're at it. Let me look at chat real quick. What's up, everybody? Welcome, welcome. Say hello. Let's talk. Let me know what your favorite car is. Let me know if you want me to tune something and drift it. That'd be cool. I'll try that right now, and we'll see how the car does. But right now, I'm going to try to fix the tune on this BMW. It's not working as great as I'd like it to work. So let's go ahead and try to experiment a little bit. If it works, great. If it doesn't work, we'll go ahead and switch out to something else. Let's go home and let's tune the baby ourselves. We don't need other people's tunes. Watch me eat my words later. I'm gonna have to get another tune because I can't tune it myself. Let's see, what should I do here, guys? Chat, let me know what should I do. What should I do here? Let's start with custom upgrade. Yep, we're gonna break what we have right now and go straight to our body kits and conversions. All right, it's already obviously a rear-wheel drive, so I'm not going to mess with this. Stock is performance class A. What kind of engines are going to give us the most horsepower? 128, 32, 118, 128. So we're going to go with the V8. Why not? All right. And then in the turbos, aspiration, what do we want? Naturally aspirated. That would sound pretty good. Get more horsepower this way with the twin turbo, and the positive, the supercharger, is giving us 123 horsepower. All right, let's go with the twin turbo. Why not? Okay, a little toot we can hear later, but let's go ahead and max out on everything that we can max out here. All right, yeah, let's give us max. We want a lot of horses here, guys, a lot of horses. All right, max out on the horses here. Lots of tuning options too. We're going race on everything. All right, twin turbo I already have. Sport, this is the street twin turbo attached. Everything else kind of goes a little bit too ham. All right, let me do sport twin turbo. I don't want so much power on this little thing that I can't even get it moving without spinning out, right? We don't want to do that. Race intercooler, we're gonna go with flywheel. We're gonna go race also. Okay, everything is done here. Lots of tuning options. All right, so that's kind of fun about this car. All right, springs too. Obviously we want drift springs. That's an easy choice to make. All right, then on the anti-roll bars rear, we're gonna go straight up max. All right, I don't want it too light. It's already a small car, so I like a little bit of weight going on. This is pretty good. Race weight reduction. Yeah, braking is too high right now. I don't want the braking to keep getting better and better. We'll reduce a little bit of weight, but not a whole lot. All right, in drivetrain, we're gonna go with our race clutch. All right, drift transmission, 4-speed, keep it basic. Don't get too fancy. Drift differential, we want that differential tuning. On the tire side of things, we're gonna go big, we're gonna go drift, and we're gonna go wide. All right, we're gonna go max out on width. We want all that grip on this little car with the twin turbos. We're gonna leave everything alone. Yeah, tire width too, we want it nice and wide. All right, then here, let's see, this is all appearances. Not much going on here. We could do that. All right, this This is a nice look. Let's go for that. And spoilers, what do we got going on? Ooh, that's a nice little spoiler. This is too crazy. All right, let me go with this spoiler. It's a nice look down here. Rear diffuser. Ooh, I like these. Okay, everything is dropping down. Acceleration, I don't want acceleration to go down too much, but this kind of looks nice, so let's go with that. All right, with this, I think we'll just leave it. Yeah, it's not adding much, so we'll just leave it. Everything was just cosmetic mostly. We're going to install the parts. We're going from A to S1, 943 horsepower. For this little car, that's a lot. All right, let's see what we can do now. Custom tuning, this is where the problem was last time. The rear, I like the rear to be a little bit stiffer, and so, you know, we want it to spin out a little bit. The lower the pressure, the more the grip is going to be. This is where the problem is, the final drive. All right, let's move these gears closer. All right, that's good enough. First can go even further down. Second can get closer to that. It's the third that I want nice and big, and fourth can pick it up from there. All right, the third can go even bigger, right? That's, yeah, let's go 130 up to 130, and yeah, let's see what this one looks like. But in terms of the camber, we're gonna leave it as is. I like to do a little toe out, just a smudge right here, all right, on the front, and then keep this front stiff, front heavy. All right, this is real stiff. Let's loosen the rear out a little bit. We want it to sway around a little, and we'll steer from the front. That's what we need, right? Damping, same thing. We want rear soft. All right, down here, rear soft. Okay, aero, we're not touching. Brake, we're gonna put pressure all the way up front. Not pressure, but the balance all the way up front. And then differential, we're gonna lock it up by going max on acceleration and deceleration. Let's see what this does to the car. All right, that's more than enough. And those of us who don't like this, you know, bronze color, let's go find a good paint job and see what people are working with. There's too many anime things going on here, right? It's just like non-stop anime creations happening here, so I don't get that. There's a little Hot Wheels one that I'm feeling. This one looks pretty cool. Nothing looks really drifty, but I do like this. Oh, this little, I just came from the Bahamas, so I think I might go with this. Oh, but now we're seeing some good options. All right, it's either Japan or the Bahamas. All right, I'm going for Bahamas because I just came from there. A little funky, a little purple, but let's see what we can do here. All right. Ooh, look at that. Palm trees and all that. Now, let's get us to that drift zone. You know what? Let me just drive it around a little bit because I want to see if this tune is going to work for me right now. Ooh, it's nighttime tuning. All right, how's the tune? Okay, feels good. Wheel feels a little bit on the stiffer side. Might soften it a little bit more. Okay, you can see it holds the drift too. I'm down with this. All right, we're doing it. So that was actually pretty good for a first shot. I mean, for the first time, I just tuned it for the very first time live, and it came out like this. Pretty good. A little bit stiff. You know, we'll play with that a little bit when we get to the drift zone, but let's go ahead and hit up the drift zone. And I think we should go to Mount Haruna now. We exhausted this one down here. What were we working right here? All right, let's start with this, then we'll go to Mount Haruna. Just one little lap up and down here, and then we'll go to Mount Haruna. All right, we got people here. If you're just joining in, thank you for stopping by. Say hello. Let me know what cars you're driving right now in Forza. If you're using a wheel, let me know what wheel you're using. If you have any questions about the wheel, the settings, let me know. I'll try to answer whatever I know, and whatever I've learned, I'll try to share with you guys. All right, so if I start with third, what happens? Yeah, third acceleration is a little bit on the looser end, so let me fix third a little. In gearing, I want acceleration to be a little bit higher. So let me start with that. Okay, let's see what happens. Yeah, okay, a little bit better. Whoa, bumped it. Okay, not bad. All right, crushed that turn. And did a pretty good job with that little turn. That was a big corner. Okay. Woo, this guy's crashing all over the place, but I'm not making fun of him because I do the same thing. Yeah, the steering is stiff, man. I need to soften this. Yeah. Ooh, no. Oh, man. No, oversteer. Oh, man. Oh, now why did that happen? I was on the snow all this time. It was a pretty decent run, and then I die right up here, the stupid curb. Oh, there was no grip whatsoever. I was trying to fix it, and it wouldn't work. All right, so let me also just fix my steering right now, guys. It's just way too stiff right now. Oh, I'm gonna break my arms here. I've been working out, but not that crazy. All right, let me just fix that. Let's go to tuning again. All right, so what do we want to do to anti-roll bars? It's the springs right here. Oh, we gotta bring this down. Let's bring this down to like 700. All right, 691 is good, and bring this down further. Okay. Let's see what that does. Okay, a little bit better. Yeah, a little bit better. But I could probably use some more. Yeah, the stiffness is definitely an issue right now. There you go. That was a tough turn. Because I had poor initiation there. Lost some power there too. Okay.
You've arrived at your destination.
Alright. Okay. Not bad, not bad. Okay, we're getting there. We're getting there. We still need to soften this up a little bit, but we're getting there. Let's go on to the other drift zone that we wanted to go to up north. Mount Taruna, all the way up there. Initial D. If you know, you know. Let's go down here. We'll start here. And then we'll go uphill, and then we'll come downhill. Alright, let's go uphill first. Keep it slow. And then we'll see what happens. I'm also gonna tune it a little bit more on the stiffness side of things, trying to fix that a little bit. All right, springs and damping. Let's do damping a little bit more. 10.9. Okay, 9.7. Let's damp it a little bit more and see what happens here. Yeah, this feels better. Oh yeah, this feels better. Okay, we changed the drift zone on us, but yeah, that damping really helped, guys. All right, so if your wheel is feeling real stiff on a car, and the car's kind of just, you're finding you gotta wrestle with it, adjust the damping a little bit, soften it instead of going on the stiffer side. The hairpins on this drift zone, I feel like they are a little bit shorter. They come on a little bit quicker. And my high score here is 154. Probably that was going downhill. I think I was doing it live when I got that. But let's go. I'm not trying to beat no high scores right now. I'm just trying to test out different cars. Oh my God, can I just fix this mistake and act like nothing happened? Yep. That's what we're gonna do. We're gonna act like nothing happened, and we're just gonna use those extra drift points that we got from the 360. You know, that's what we be doing. You gotta do what you gotta do. Yeah, I do feel like the turbo isn't turbo enough. So maybe that supercharger is the way to go here, because I did a lot of tuning of the gearing ratios, and it's just feel like there's more that can be done. The car can do more. We got 145,000. That's pretty good. All right, so there you go. The BMW M version of the Z4 Roadster, I think this is. But in any case, let's go ahead and switch out the car. Going on to the next. Lots of cars to try out here. All right, we got the police car we already tried. The M3 we've already tried. BMWs I find are like the best cars to drift in this game. All right, then I have the RTR, the Mustang RTR. Let's go there. That's a good one. And then after that, maybe we'll try something else. I don't know what else. There's lots here. The Silvia K. I haven't found a good tuning setup for the Silvia K. So let me try that out too and see what happens. So yeah, there's a couple cars on deck right now. But let's start with RTR. What's up, everybody? Welcome. If you're just joining in, thank you for joining. Please subscribe. That helps out. Okay, fourth gear is a little too chill. Yeah, I think we're gonna be in third for a minute for a lot of these hairpins, because I have more instant power available on third. Man, wet conditions. Wet conditions are no good. Woo! Are we at the end already? This one's a little too short, I feel like. After doing the Hakone, it's like this one is just way too short. I don't even know how many points I got just now. I was not expecting it to end already. That was kind of crazy. All right, let's go back. Let's go downhill. This Porsche wants to go. Alright, that Porsche is pretty controlled. I'm not expecting that from a Porsche. He's got a decent tune, I think. To be going that slow and drifting. We're back to the end again.
You have arrived at your destination.
Man, this happens real fast. No, 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 don't go all the way down. Don't go all the way down. Oh my gosh. Always happens. Thanks, man. Thanks. The Porsche guy is making fun of me. All right, Porsche car. I'm coming for you. All right, let's go. Let's go. We're gonna go uphill. There you go. So far, transitions have been pretty good. Alright, we got some good points on the board here. Let me not jinx it. Pray for me, guys. Woo! Almost crashed. Messed that one up. That was not clean. Okay, I mean, 146,000 going uphill is not bad. It's not bad. All right, this car is really dope, guys. It's a really nice car. The Mustang RTR to kind of drift in. I really like it. It's very enjoyable. Let's go ahead and switch out to another car now. All right. Oh, I don't even have anything maxed out here. But there's nothing to get. I'm going to spend my skill points later on cars that have actual wheel spin. So let me not, because Forza's gotten so stingy with all the skill points, everything. This game doesn't give you anything anymore. It used to be so fun because it used to just give you stuff very easily, very generous. But now it's not, and I don't like it. A lot of people wanted that, I think. I did not want that. I want easy access to cars. I want easy access to wheel spins. I want to unlock cars quicker so I can try them out and all that. I don't know why people didn't want that, but I kind of miss that. The generosity of Forza Horizon 5 and 4 used to get a lot of stuff very quickly. But now the wheel spins kind of feel just trash. When I do get wheel spins, they're trash. And a lot of times I don't even feel like I barely ever get a wheel spin. Ooh, too fast. Oh gosh, what was that? All right, Sylvia, I'm not used to it. I'm not used to this car. Oh my gosh, wow, turning way too much. Way too much. All right, so what's that I gotta fix? That means, all right, so I want the turn-in response to be slower, right? The rebound to be slower. Whoo! Let me see what kind of stuff I have on this car. All right, we could use a little bit of grip. All right, we could use a little bit of grip. Yeah, maybe that'll help a little bit. All right, the gearing is feeling pretty good. I had no complaints about third gear. Here, maybe we don't need that toe out. Let's go back. Everything else is feeling pretty nice. We're not gonna touch too many things, so then you don't know what's making the difference, right? You don't want to do that. Change a couple of things. Ideally, change one thing at a time. What I just did was not a good example, but ideally, you just want to change one thing at a time. Ooh, okay, okay. Maybe my car, the tires are just too grippy. Oh, not too grippy, I mean. It's overpowered a little bit. The spins right out. All right, maybe we got too much power right now in this Sylvia. Let me see. Let me see if I can get used to it, you know? This turn is also not an easy turn. Yeah, gotta be very careful with the throttle here. The nice thing is you get a lot of wheel spin, but the not nice thing is this is what's gonna happen. You're gonna oversteer a lot. Oh yeah, a little bit of throttle and the car just spins out. All right, so a little bit more grip on the rear would be nice. So that's what I would like to change, but that's got to get changed in the garage. I think I have drift tires on it, but maybe I'll get tires that are a little bit more grippy. Or we could also just widen the tires, you know. Maybe the rear tire can be a little bit wider. How about we do that? That might be the best option. Let's go return home and try to fix that oversteering problem that's happening right now. Too much power. So what are we gonna do? We go into upgrades and tuning. I did tune this myself, so that's easy work. We'll just go straight to the tires and see what we're working with here. In tire width. Okay, so the front, it's the rear that I want. It's rear wheel drive. I want this to be wider. A little bit more grip in the rear. All right, the front was fine. Maybe the front too we can just max out. How about that? Let's just max out both tires, front and back. And yeah, it goes up a little bit. The weight goes down. That might help too in the process. So okay, let's see. Let's see what it does. Let's see if this helps us. All right. Take us home. Get me back on the drift track. And we're going to see what we can do here. All right. Get me back on the drift track. Let's go. Right here. Fast traveling has gotten easier. It's free. I love that they did that. That I don't have to spend money every time what was it? 2,500 credits every time you fast travel if you had one of those houses in Forza Horizon 5. Okay, this definitely has made a difference. Yes, a little bit more grippy, less oversteer happening. I messed that up pretty bad. Okay, this was a lot better. So let me go ahead and go downhill with this setup. All right, this one was definitely way better. And if I can maybe reduce the tire pressure on the rear a little bit, it might be even better. So let me go ahead and try to do that real quick. We keep tuning. All right. Yeah, let's go 26. We reduced tire pressure in the rear a lot. All right, let's see what happens. Whew. I don't think that did much. Doesn't feel different. Yeah, the tire pressure has not done much, but the car, I think I'm also just getting used to the car now. The power in this car is really something different to get used to, because it's very instant, and those initial RPMs are just crazy fast. The car jumps real fast initially. So that acceleration, I guess we can reduce that a little bit too. That's another thing to possibly do in the tuning menu. Let me try that a little. Maybe reduce the acceleration here. Bring this down a little bit. Hold on, not this. It was a third gear I was trying to go for, but I ended up doing the... Okay, there you go. So the lower the ratio, the higher the speed, but the higher the ratio, the quicker the acceleration. So we can lower this a little bit, and that might help out. Okay, let's try that. Still not perfect, but the last run was pretty good. I really enjoyed the last run. I think the car's come a long way with those bigger tires, the wider tires. It's helped out a lot with grip. There you go. Woo! Okay, I think that's better. Yeah, a little bit better. This acceleration is way better. Not as crazy. Woo! I'm feeling this, guys. I'm feeling this. Woo! We're still getting plenty of wheel spin, I feel like. $149,000 going uphill has been, I think, probably my best time going uphill. The 154 that I got, that was going downhill. All right, so this is definitely a good setup. I'm enjoying this. Now we find, so you see what happens with tuning cars. You just have to iterate over and over again, tweak things over and over again, little by little. Don't make big massive changes right away. Change one thing at a time and try different things based on what the problem of the car is. I think, to me, the harder part is to kind of diagnose the problem. Like, why is it doing what it's doing that's making it hard for you to drift? But once you can pinpoint, oh, I think it's the wheel spin or whatever it is, once you can pinpoint the problem, there's only a couple of things that you have to kind of like play around with until you get it right, and eventually you will. Right? Woo!
You've arrived at your destination.
150,000. That is not bad at all, guys. That is not bad at all. Okay. Wow. With a little bit of tuning, we got up to 150,000. Okay, and that one coming down, I was a little bit messy too, so I think the skill issue got there a little bit too. I should have been able to get 152, I feel like, but there was a couple of corners that I kind of screwed up on. But Sylvia definitely is now feeling a lot better. Time to switch up the car again, so let's go ahead and try something else. All right, I'm kind of happy. We've got a couple of cars that weren't perfect, but we got them closer to perfection. During the live stream, we were able to tune a little bit. I shared my thought process with you a little bit to kind of give you some ideas. Hopefully that helps. All right, here we go. Let's go back to favorites. What else we got? I already tried the Soarer. Let me try one of the newer cars, because obviously these are the favorites. So I've been doing, I mean, I love my M5, this purple M5. I gotta do one run in this, and then we'll go out and we'll try to maybe pick a car that is gonna, you know, we're gonna have to tune and then again build it again. Zakaria, what's going on, buddy? Hello and welcome. G29 is a great wheel. That's where I started. I still got my G29 sitting. Okay, I tried to sell it, but there was a problem with my G29, which I didn't know. I think dust got into one of the sensors or something like that, and there's constantly a flickering happening, like it's constantly pressing the accelerator a little too much, or the brakes. One of the pedals is just like the game thinks it's constantly pressing it. So there's something wrong with the sensor. I had it just sitting there in a box once I got my Fanatec CSL direct drive system, and I think it just, there's dust in it or something that's causing the problem, because I didn't do anything wrong. I was using that G29, and I even made a bunch of videos with my G29. And then when I sold it, obviously the guy who received it was like, dude, you sold me a broken system. And I was like, what? And he returned it, and I lost money on it because of the refund. But I really didn't mean to sell something broken. It wasn't broken to my knowledge. So that was very annoying. And now it's just sitting here because I don't want to sell it to anybody, you know, while it's broken and not working correctly. And I don't have enough time to fix it, because, you know, when I'm playing the game now, I'm playing with my CSL DD. I'm not trying to just plug the G29 back in, change all the settings, and update all the drivers, and try to figure out what the problem is. No, I'm not. I don't have time for all of that. So if somebody wants to, you know, buy a defective, slightly defective G29, let me know in chat. I'll sell it to you for a good price. Dixie Normus, what's up? What's up? That's a interesting username you got there. I hope the best for you in that department. All right, here we go. Ooh, man, that slipperage, the slippage. Oh man, now see, this is what happens when you're driving too many cars. What the heck? All of a sudden, the cars that you were so good at, you now forgot to drive them correctly because you've been spending so much time tweaking and tuning all these other cars. So this is like my #1 car, and I'm like crashing all over the place because I haven't driven in so long. I think this is actually the car I got my high score on this a drift zone on, and now look at this. Can barely keep it straight.
You have arrived at your destination.
All right, we gotta try more. That was not good. There you go. This is another slow and steady type of a glider kind of a drift setup. Nice tune. Big, heavy, slow drifts. Don't get crazy with it. The car does all the work. You kind of just have to be smart about acceleration and deceleration. There you go. All right. So there you have it. Now it's time to pick a car that we have that's a new car. Let's go with that and let's build it and turn it into a drifter. Let me go and see what we got in terms of recently added, and I want to check out what's happening here. All right, so we got the Delta, just got the Lancia. I think this is one of those cars that's like a good rally car. Prelude is here, the Honda Prelude. Okay, the Racing Puma, the Patrol, the Prius. Okay, this 4Runner I couldn't get. I wanted to like drift this 4Runner, but I haven't been able to build it into a good one yet. And the Huracan. Oh, the Huracan must have a wheel spin or something. I could spend my my skill points on it and see if we can get some wheel spins. Is there a wheel spin here? No, there's credits up there. How much credit? You get 150k. All right, let's go for that. Why not? What's the shortest path? This probably. There you go, get that. All right, and back to change car because that's not the car we want. All right, the Prelude could be a nice car to turn into a drifter. Okay, the Impreza could work. I think I turned this Impreza into a drifter. What's up with this? The WRX STI. Let's go ahead and get into that. A Subaru. I never felt that Forza did a great job with Subarus. Okay, so there's something about the Subarus that in this game we've never had, I feel like, in my opinion, a really good Subaru. Oh, come on. Why so much grip? Yeah, the tuning of the gearing ratios are not good enough. Third gear does not have enough acceleration. So that's one problem we gotta fix. Alright. Let me just go down here. Try to diagnose the problem. Okay. Let's see. Yes, still a teacher. Zakaria. Send me your information, buddy. You can have my Logitech. But you already have a G29, so why would you want another one? Especially one that the pedals are not working that great, right? Yeah, I gotta change the tuning on here. Give me a second. While I talk to you guys, I'm gonna try to also tune this thing up a little bit. In Car Master, do I have anything good? We do have some drift points here. We'll go for those. Right, and what's this? No time to lose. Skill chain ends a little bit later. Don't need to waste my credits on that right now. Right now, I need to tune my third gear because that is whack. Alright, first, second, third. I need acceleration. Final drive needs to maybe go down a little bit. And my third acceleration needs to go up. There you go. Alright. So reduce the final drive a little bit. Brought them closer. And let's see if third gear works better. Yeah, a little bit better, for sure. I think there's room for more here. Yeah, there's room for more. Again, that acceleration right there, not good enough. Again, it just, that acceleration just drops. I gotta fix that acceleration. It's not good enough. Still. All right, nice turn. Let's see if we can continue to work on this acceleration issue. Gearing. Okay. Let's bring this down. Max out. Max out. Okay. Let's see if that helps a little bit. Okay, that's better. Already, I feel better. From the stop. Yeah, man. Still. Okay, going a little bit better. Okay, this is the best we're gonna get right now. I'd rather switch out the car. All right, so the WRX STI, not bad, but not great. Okay, in this current, I feel like I need to work on this car a lot more than you know, in order for it to work real well. So right now, it's not doing that great, but it's okay. What else do we have? All right, anything else that I turned into a drifter recently? I'm checking. The M5 we already got. Oh, the Crown Super Deluxe. I think I did try to turn this into a drifter. I'm not sure how good it was, but I think we got somewhere with it. And this new M5 we can try. Okay, we'll try the new M5 after this trial run. Let's see how this one does. The taxi car. We gotta try that. This is a taxi. Look at this. So cool, right? This is a nice body kit livery, whatever they got, with the taxi tag at the top. That's dope. Loud car. Ho ho ho. Okay. I can get used to that. Ooh, a little too much wheel spin there. But we'll just keep going. Cool. Yeah, this oversteer problem is an issue, so a little bit more grip on the front maybe. We need to work on that grip on the front, which I can do with the tire change. Or we could try with the lower pressure first. Yeah, those front tires are looking real skinny, so the rear tires are kind of just destroying them in terms of the control, right? So the front tires would like to change, but let me see if some of that problem can be mitigated with air pressure. Air pressure is already pretty low up front. All right, so it's got to be the tire. We could also lower the rear a little bit, see if that helps. I don't think so though, because I think the bigger issue is probably the tires. They're not wide enough. There's not a lot of grip. Zakaria, don't worry. You're gonna save money and you're gonna get your direct drive wheel also. That's how I got it. My story of building my equipment is very similar to that what you're describing, which is save money little by little and get one piece of equipment at a time. That's what I did. That's how I built my little rig so far. And even now, I don't have a professional rig or anything like that. I don't think I want that, but there's items here that I can definitely improve. My wheel stand is the next thing. I have a very cheap wheel stand, so I would like my wheel stand to be a better one, a little bit more sturdy. This wheel stand was a wheel stand I bought for like, I think $80 off of Amazon or something like that, $70. And it's just not that great. It does the job. I had to drill some extra holes in it and stuff like that. So the right way to kind of build a rig, if you're trying to get into a direct drive kind of a system, in my opinion, is to buy one thing at a time. All right, save money, buy a thing, save money, buy a thing, and you kind of build it as you go along. I'm a teacher. I teach middle school students, and you know, teachers are not known to be rich. So I will say that I'm not. I don't consider myself to be rich or anything. So I also save money, and I don't just buy things whenever I feel like it. Because I can't. You have to make a smart choice with your money. So what I did was I started with Logitech G29. I think it was $150 used that I bought. I didn't get a great deal, but I got a good enough deal. I liked Forza at the time a lot. I liked racing games always, and the steering wheel always, you know, kind of felt like a thrill that I was missing, and I always wanted to try that. The realism of it always kind of intrigued me, and so I started with the Logitech G29 and played with it a while, made a few videos with it. I was enjoying making videos and content also at the time. It was very early on in the channel, and you know, the Logitech gave me a lot of joy. It was a lot of fun. I had it clamped to my desk. All right. I had a tiny little desk. I clamped it on, and I played like that for a long time. And then eventually, when I got into like when I started learning about sim racing, like, oh my god, there's different types of wheels, and there's like lots of different types of wheels. Then I decided that, you know what, everybody talks about direct drive systems as being the ones you want to eventually get to. Even if they're the entry-level direct drive systems, they're just way better. And you know, I saved my money. I had my eyes on Fanatec the whole time. At that time, when I was getting into it, Fanatec and Moza were the main ones. Fanatec had a lot more history and established ecosystem, and people really liked their equipment. And there was a lot of variety in steering wheels and wheelbases, and the deal was very good for the CSL Direct Drive bundle, the 5 Newton meter, and that's how I started. I got that bundle. I think it was $400. That felt like a lot of money to me. It still does. Okay, that's a lot of money. But I got it, and I feel like by now I've definitely gotten my money's worth. I've made so many videos, obviously, about the wheel, the settings, and stuff like that. So, and many of those videos have helped people out. So that's been a really fun thing for me. Like I said, I'm a teacher. I like helping people out. I like teaching things. So whatever I was learning, I was trying to make videos about so I could teach others also. So for me, it has been totally worth it. And I definitely have gotten my money's worth out of this system so far. But, you know, along the way, I did upgrade to other things. In fact, when I first got my direct drive system, the Fanatec CSL direct drive bundle that I have, the 5 Newton meter, I only had 5 Newton meter, even though you can upgrade it to 8 Newton meters. So I didn't want to do that because I didn't want to spend that much money. So I got my 5 Newton meter set up, and I clamped it on a desk again. So it was the same desk that I had from a Logitech G29. On the same desk, I clamped down my CSL DD and, you know, played like that for a while. And eventually that got really old because I do have a full-time job, and for that job I use my PC a lot and my computer. So it was very annoying to have to constantly, you know, move the wheel, unscrew the wheel off the desk. Oh my god, it was so annoying. I still have my clamp sitting behind me somewhere, my desk clamp on my bookshelf. And eventually, you know, I actually I didn't even buy the wheel stand myself. Actually, I put it on my like wish list for my holiday wish list. You know, we celebrate certain holidays, and for one of the holidays I had it on my wish list, and a family member bought it for me. It was like 65 or 70 bucks straight from Amazon. So that's how I got my wheel stand, and that was a big deal because finally I could just mount the wheelbase one time, and I don't have to keep on unscrewing it off the desk and worry about the desk breaking. But other upgrades that I did on my own, I bought a third party, not a Fanatec OEM brick, but I bought a brick that upgrades the power from 5 Newton meters to 8 Newton meters. That's also why I chose Fanatec over Moza, because Moza didn't have that option. I think for Moza you had an R3, an R5, an R9 or something like that, and you know, and they were very pricey as we went up. R3 was almost the same price basically as my CSL DD 5 Newton meter, so I didn't want to get a Moza for that reason. I was just getting a better deal simply. And like I said, Fanatec had a lot more variety of wheels and things. And I, in the future, wanted to invest in something that I could build on. And that's what I did. I bought a new wheel. So after the base, it came with a wheel, which was a great wheel. I still have it. Then I saved up some money again over like a period of time. And then I bought a new wheel. This is the Fanatec Clubsport RS wheel that I'm on right now that you're watching. So this is not a stock wheel that came with the base, and I love this wheel. It's so great. All right, magnetic pedal shifters and lots of buttons and stuff, and the LED lights when they work with the Assetto Corsa, they look amazing. Everything is good. So that's my little journey, little by little, piece by piece. You know, you build what you build. You don't have to knock it out of the park the first day. I think you should be smart about it. It's a lot of money to spend, so do little by little. All right, next up. Oh, we were going to tune the M5, the 2009 M5. So let's go ahead and tune that. Let's go to the garage. And this will be the last thing we do. Starting to get tired now. I'm going to get home. Thanks, everybody, for joining in one more time. Appreciate a sub and a like if you can. And we'll see you more. Lots more Forza videos that I make. I make Assetto Corsa videos also. Sometimes people think you play either Forza or Assetto. I do both. I do a lot of Assetto Corsa mod reviews, like new maps and drift cars. And I kind of miss Assetto Corsa, man. The drifting I have since Forza Horizon 6 came out, I haven't done a lot of Assetto Corsa. But man, oh man, Assetto Corsa drifting is still peak, man. It's just so fun. So, but anyway, let's go here. We're gonna go to that BMW M5, the white one. I don't like the shape of that BMW as much, but since it's available, we're gonna give it a go. Right there. Looks like a grandpa car, the M5. Too round for me. I don't like when things get a little too round. I like sharp edges, straight lines. I like those a lot, which is why I like Lamborghinis a lot. I like the sharp edges, the straight lines a little bit more than roundedness in cars. All right, let's go ahead and customize the car, upgrade. Let's see what's available out here in our body kits conversions. Not much. All right, obviously it's already a rear wheel drive, performance class B. We're gonna go with a higher powered V12. Dang, okay, we'll go with that. We'll keep that on. All right, in turbos, let's add that. All right, let's go back. There's not a lot of options here for tuning. Once you get that V12 on, there's not a whole lot you can do with it. All right, but I am gonna go max out on everything because the more power we have, the merrier will be. So twin turbo, race twin turbo is a little bit better. Anti-lag, oh gosh, let's go with race twin turbo. We're not gonna go crazy with it. Street sport race intercooler. All right, with cooling, we'll go with race cooling again. All right, and that's everything on the engine front. In the platform and handling, we're gonna go race everything, or drift here. In springs and dampers, you always want drift if you have that available. But if you don't have that available, race is your next best option. We'll reduce the weight on this. It's a pretty big car. All right, let's go here. Not too light. I don't want it too light either, because then they get twitchy sometimes, these cars. If they're too light, they shift or transition very quick from corner to corner, and then they rebound at a weird rate, which I don't like. So we're keeping things a little simple, a little old school, and we're gonna keep things basic, right? Wherever drift stuff is available, we're gonna go for that. All right, rear, I don't need that. Well, let's go with it. Let's see what we find. All right, here. All right, we'll just keep it at that. Right now, it looks like it's gonna be good handling car. All right, we'll go for full width here. And then what can we do here? No, I don't want to mess with that. I want all the speed I can get. No, don't want to mess with that. All right, it looks like everything else is good to go. We're going to install the parts. We're going S1 1191. That's great power. It's easily going to drift, I feel like, with this setup already. But let's get into the tuning and see what we got going on. All right, the rear We want a little bit of grip in the rear today because that's a lot of horsepower. Okay. And then up front too. Let's go 32-30. Okay. There you go. All right. In gearing, should we leave it as is? Right now, first gear is way too high. I don't want first gear to go that far. There you go. Second gear, same thing. Shorten that up. All right. Third gear. That's what we want right here. Okay. And then fourth gear. Okay. There you go. That graph is, you can't see the graph right now, but that graph is looking good to me. We're gonna go with that right now. Oh, I didn't even get to the rest of the thing. I just got excited about that. All right, so leave it as is. This is a big car, so let's mess with the toe a little bit, tiny bit up. All right, these rolling, the bars are pretty good. Ooh, real stiff springs right now. So let's go down to the 600s here. Oh man. All right, let's see what that does. Damping, same thing. 10.5, and we'll do 9.5 here. Okay, aero and brakes, the usual. Put all the balance to the front. Differential, lock it up by maxing out 100% on everything. And this is the usual formula. So let's see what turns out. All right, I do want to go for a better design. So let's see what people got built. And I bet you it's all friggin' Naruto and whatever anime stuff, non-stop anime stuff we get. All right. Some good builds here, I feel like. Not all bad. Something funky, something cool. What should I pick, guys? Let me know. Gate bill. All right, this looks good. There you go. All right, a little silver, a little black, little rip paint texture kind of look. Worn off paint. Yeah, I like that. Okay. All right. Let's see. Let's test it out. What are we working with here? Ooh, real stiff. Okay, not great. Oh yeah, third is not at all great. Okay, tuning needs to work. All right, maybe we need to get this stiffer. Gearing is way off. Okay, let's bring that up. Down here, maybe. Bring that down, bring that down. Thank you. Give third gear some power. Let's see what we can do. Okay. Let me start on third and see what happens. Yeah, third is still not. It's barely grippy, losing grip on third. Okay, let's see. Woo! Yeah, it's a bit grippy, and the acceleration Oh no! All right, I think we can work with this. Let me damp it a little bit more, and I think it's gonna work out. Rear, we can make the tires even stiffer. All right, gearing, I think we can work on a little bit more. Okay, that might do it. Okay, let's see if this does it. Nope. Okay. Done. 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 Okay. Let's see. Still not working. Okay. Let's give this a try. All right, I think we're ready to go to a drift zone. Let's test it out up there. There you go. Back to Haruna. Let's go. Let's try the BMW M5. Yeah, still stiff. I forgot to dampen it. Okay, not bad, not bad. There's still work to be done here. Gotta do the tuning. Still, the third is much better now, but there's still not enough acceleration in the third, so I have to bring it up, I feel, quite a bit. That might help. And also, we wanted to dampen a bit. Let's bring the damper down to 9.8 and that, and bump stiffness down also. All right, we want it softer because right now it's too stiff. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah, this is way better. That made a big difference. Yeah, that's feeling really great. Oh my gosh.
You have arrived at your destination.
149,000. That's not bad. That is not bad around here in Mount Haruna. All right, so that's pretty good. There is something I can still do. Let me, you know what? How about we put on some snow tires? I think that might be something also. Let's go return home and try the snow tire version of this. Snow tires are slipperier, a little bit less grip than drift tires, and sometimes that can go a long way with a big car like this because it's going to make the car slip a little bit longer. You're going to stay slipping a little bit longer, and that might help. So let's see what we can do with that. It's going to change my tire pressure and stuff. That's the only problem with it. But let's go ahead and pick snow tires. Yeah, see, our grip we're losing by 0.09. Okay, this is another one. It's grippier than the snow tires, the off-road, but let's go with snow tires. They seem to be pretty good. All right, everything else we're still keeping the same. And all right, so only lateral G's are changing right now, but obviously the grip is gonna make a difference. So let's see what happens. All right, in custom tuning, what am I doing with the tire pressure now? Front, I want some grip. All right, 30-32 we'll leave it at. And then we'll go back to the drift zone and see what happens. What's the difference between snow tires and drift tires? Usually I always find that the snow tires make your car just slip and slide for way longer than you want it to sometimes. That's why I always go personally with the drift tires, because I like that extra grip. But a lot of people prefer extra slippery. I think it also depends on your wheel settings and stuff. Certain things just work better. All right, where are we going? Okay, we're getting good angles. Oh, I messed up. That was my fault, not the tire's fault. Don't die. All right, really good angles. Okay, this is good. This is good. I think the snow tires are working better on this build than the other tires, but my third gear, yeah, third gear is good. I was gonna say, coming uphill, the third gear didn't feel like it was getting enough power, but going downhill, I feel like it is. Yeah, there you go. It starts with the drift, starts spinning wheels. There you go. Yeah, I'm still feeling like the power is lacking on third. Maybe we should do more weight reduction so the car spins out a little bit more easily. That could also help the tires right now. I didn't go max out on the weight reduction, so that could be playing a role here. You got to keep your options open. But it does feel great right now.
You've arrived at your destination.
153,000. My high score is 154,000 on this drift zone. Wow, man! If I can fix that gearing ratio and get it spinning a little bit more in third gear, I think we can actually break my own record on this one. Anyway, let's go down to Car Master and see what it is. Okay, we do have a couple of things here we could have had. This right here, the drift one, we'll definitely take that one. We don't need any of that. All right, since we're working so hard, we might as well try to get some and, you know, try to get some extra points. Let's go back to tuning because I gotta fix this, man. This car has a lot of potential. All right, we're gonna go stiffer in the rear. Let's go 36 because I think there's a lot of room here for improvement. So I'm not being too conservative with my options here. All right, third gear. Okay. Let's go with this. Oh. 36. And then here we were saying first gear can go down more. So can second, and third can start early. We need that. There you go. There you go. Okay, let's see. I hope this works because this car has a lot of potential. I'm just not getting the tuning to land perfectly. Okay, this feels better already. Oh my gosh. Guys, this is feeling really good right now. Woo! This feels real good. Oh my gosh. This tune is it. This is the one. This tune is the one. Okay, I think we finally landed on something really good, really nice, and really stable. All right, so I'm feeling this. Let me do one more round going downhill, and I think we're gonna wrap it up after that. All right, anybody who just joined in, if you like Forza Horizon 6 video, if you like sim racing videos, if you like drifting videos in particular, please go ahead and subscribe to the channel. You're gonna find a lot of stuff I do with both Forza Horizon 6, Forza Horizon 5, and Assetto Corsa. If you're into drifting with a wheel, this is a channel for you. just for some entertainment, some new mods and things that I go over, new cars, drift builds, wheel settings, all this stuff. So feel free to subscribe, hit a like, that helps out. I appreciate you. Thank you for being here. Thank you for enjoying this frustrating journey of building drift cars in Forza Horizon 6 with me. I appreciate you. Let me know what your favorite car is in the comments. I'm trying to keep an eye on chat. I'm a one-man army here, doing my best to keep engaged with you all. Thank you, thank you. Oh, I messed up.
Arrived at your destination.
Man, I could have gotten more there. Oh, anyway, this might be a car that I'm gonna keep working on and see if I can get it to be one of the daily drivers when it comes to drifting, guys. This has been a good car. It's a lot of fun. Last but not least, we're gonna wrap up with our fun, awesome drift stop right here. Everybody loves the giant circle, right? Everybody loves this. All right, we're gonna go here. You gotta do that loop. All right, if your car can do that loop, it's a good car. So let's see what we can do here. There you go. See? Nice angle. Plenty of power. Man, can hold a drift. Beautiful car. Just like that. Alright, we got ourselves a good drift zone. I got 178,000 on that one. Not bad. Let me turn around and let's go up. Oh, whoa, 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 what did I just do? You know what happened? I was trying to find the right line to enter the drift on so I can do a nice left-right zigzag, and I just went the opposite way. That's what happened. Okay, so I need to go left and right. It's too early.
In 400 yards, you will arrive at your destination.
I have a destination. There you go. Oh boy. All right, so there you have it. Let me know what you think about this, guys. Thank you to everyone who was able to join and for your support. Appreciate it. And I'll see you in the next one. Peace.